It's the hot spot. Tell them what you got. Welcome through the hot spot. Getting straight off the top.
If you're making less than that, you're gonna have a hard time. That's all I said. I didn't say you can't. I said you're gonna have a hard time.
But what you're saying is not true, because if on one hand you say I am able to take care of my family, regardless if it's easy or hard, if I made 80,000, 90,000, 110,000, I'd be more than capable.
But you're
of
still
taking
working,
care of
aren't you?
Let me finish. If I made $110,000 a year, it'd be so much easier to take care of the stuff I have to take care of right now, and I'd be living on easy street.
Right.
So to say that I have to make $250,000 to take care of them is that's not true. I don't know what you read or what somebody told you. That's not true. I'm telling you from experience. What I make now is enough to where they're fed, clothes, this and that.
Yeah, to get by.
It's
going to get you
easy?
the necessities, right? Is it easy?
Right. No, it's not.
Is it easy? No, it's not. That's all I'm trying to say. It's not going to be easy.
But
I didn't say
said,
you can't.
But you said 250,000 is what you have to make.
To take care of it. Yeah, to say you're to say
so
that you're going to be.
So 100,000 is not enough.
No, it's not. Not today.
Where are you getting that? Okay, let me ask you this. Let's get to it. Where are you getting that information from?
We're already talking.
Where are you getting that from?
I'm trying to tell you, financial. When it comes down to the fiat, the dollar is what? Is diminishing. This is losing its value almost every month. And it's still happening. I have the data to prove that. I have the data. So therefore, you're going to be spending more and more money to take care of your family.
By math. If
the data proves it.
By math, if I can take care of them.
250K is pretty much the middle, how you say, is the, I forgot the word for it.
What you're talking about, I know exactly where you're going with that. What you're talking about is college. What you're talking about is healthcare after you retire. That's $250,000. That's not living day to day. You don't need $250,000 to raise a family. It's great to have it, but you don't need it.
I said to take care. I ain't saying
you don't need it to take care of a family.
You're putting words in my mouth. That's what you're doing.
Let's go with take care.
I said take care of them. You will be better with the 250,000. I would say to actually take care. Are you okay? It's fine if you think you're actually doing it, but guess what? You're still working. You have to go to work. Isn't that what we said in this podcast? You have to go to work.
Absolutely.
Right. 250K, I think you're going to be okay to say, okay, I can actually miss a day of work,
Do you think, hold on. Do you think people who make $250,000 work less than me?
Yeah, more than likely, yes.
Oh man. that's the disconnect. Okay.
How's it disconnect?
People who make
250K can actually put something into yield and put it into staking, and they can get actual passive income coming back to them. For them not to actually have to work.
So
I'm sorry if you're not financially educated to know these things. Besides, you even said it yourself. You don't even have a portfolio.
Let's stay away from.
But you kept on saying you made this about you.
Let's stay away from
you made this about you. So
let's stay away from
the podcast. I'm not attacking you. You stated these things. How's an attack if you stated I don't even have a portfolio?
No. So
you're saying I go to work. Yes, you do go to work. You say you don't have a portfolio. You understood stocks and stuff like that. Okay. But the problem is you didn't even, like I said, 250K, you can put it into a yield or a staking, or you can put it into investments. You have enough money to actually have money coming to you passively. Therefore, I don't want to go through the whole thing with you, but that's pretty much the data actually proves the fiat is losing its value every day. That's one of the biggest reasons why I got into crypto and Bitcoin. And I even showed you Bitcoin is actually sitting at 81,000. At the time I showed you, it was at 60,000. So tell me if I'm wrong that you take this money, and I told you if we started putting money to the side and start actually, that's passive income coming back to us, and it's growing. And I understand taxes, you got to report it or whatever. I don't understand why I'm going into this whole financial thing with you, but that is the point what I'm trying to make. 250K or more you will definitely live a better lifestyle than the person who is struggling going to work day to day. The system is telling you to be on that hamster wheel day to day, and you waking up tired, going all the way to 65 years old, still working. Tell me I'm wrong.
The fact you think millionaires that own businesses work less than me?
Yeah.
That's
they have the choice.
That's insane.
They have the choice. I said they have the choice to work less.
Do you think they do work less? I didn't ask what they think. Do you think they work less than me?
They have the choice.
That's not my question. You're answering a question I didn't ask. So my question is, do you think they work less than me?
I'm telling you, they have the choice.
Great.
Whether or not
do
to.
they? Do they?
I can't prove that.
Okay, logically speaking,
But when you say
can an owner work less than their employee? Is
Yes.
that possible?
Yes.
They can.
Mm-hmm. If you're the owner of your business, you can choose when you want to work or not.
Jay,
Yes or no?
No. If you're the owner,
what? If you're the owner of your business, you determine the times you want to work. So you mean tell me all these YouTubers
who? Okay, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Who should be
making millions
in
of
your
dollars?
business? In your business, who should be the hardest worker?
It should be the owner.
So how is that possible if he can decide not to come to work?
He's the owner. He can make the choice and whether or not he wants to go to work.
You just said two things that don't make sense.
What?
The owner has to be the hardest worker.
You say he has to.
He has to be the hardest worker.
Just because you think he has to doesn't mean he has to. That's not a full requirement. It's not mandatory for him to work hard.
If that's what you think, man.
Wait, I don't.
I don't know. There's not one person I've ever worked for.
If you're the owner, you can make your own hours, bro. Yes or no?
Yeah. Okay. Let's go that route.
You can make your own hours.
You can make.
You have the choice to make your own hours.
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, you can. Now, what's the likelihood of an owner taking off more days than his employees, other than like the Saturday Sunday rotation? What's the likelihood of the owner?
How do you even know he's there?
My question is, what's the likelihood of an owner of a successful business taking off more days than his employees?
We don't know that information.
Just random thought. What do you think?
I can't answer that. I told you.
You can, but you don't want to.
How? What would you think I would say?
Logically speaking, does it make sense, business sense, for an owner to take off more days than his employees? Yes or no? Does that make sense? From a logical,
he can choose.
You keep going to the can
because he's the owner.
Of course he can. The owner can sell it if he wanted to.
Exactly.
Does he? That's my question. That's
his choice. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
The likelihood of him doing it is high or low? It's high or low?
If he made a lot of money, yeah. If he's got a sustained lifestyle, which I pretty much said, if you're a millionaire and up, you're pretty much a winner. Why in the world would you need to work if you got the money?
So on one hand, you said the owner has to be the hardest worker, but the owner can take off more days than his employees.
That's reality.
That makes no sense.
It's the reality.
Then you said that the owner is responsible for everything, but the owner can decide to determine his own schedule. He doesn't have to come in. His employees have to work when he doesn't. That makes no sense.
It doesn't.
Explain it to me.
In your world.
Explain it to me.
I guess in your world,
Explain
you
it.
believe that.
Explain it.
I'm trying to.
Go ahead.
Keep on.
Go ahead. Explain it.
I told you, he's the owner. It's his business. So he can make his own hours, right?
Yes.
So he has employees, right? That means he has people that can do the work for him, right?
Right.
He could probably have a secretary who can probably take over things for him today. I'm going to be out sick.
The secretary can do the work of the owner. All right. Go ahead. Keep going.
Oh my God.
You just said that.
She can make things happen.
She can set up appointments.
He can call, be like, hey,
right.
Can you set up appointment? Hey, I'm not going to be in today. I got this.
Cancel the appointment.
I got to be with family or something like that. And he has no problem to do that because guess what? The money is being made for him because he is the owner. He's the CEO. He's already developed the whole thing.
What
he's already got the whole system in place working for itself, and that's what I mean by passive income.
This is a Disneyland fantasy.
I don't see how it is the reality of things.
The owner. How many owners have you had conversations with of businesses that
talking
are
about experience wise, actually face to face?
Yes.
No, I haven't talked to him.
Then what are we doing? What are we talking about? You're telling me what owners do. You've never even had a conversation with an owner. How are you telling me this stuff?
That should be automatic, bro. Like, yo, so you're the owner. You can make your own hours.
It's clear. The picture is getting very clear now. You're coming from a place of what you believe to be, but not exactly what is because you don't have any experience in it. You've just admitted you've had no conversation.
Why would I need to have
owners.
experience when it comes down to being the owner? Why would I need to have that experience?
The same reason I would need to know a lot of things about crypto to talk to you about it.
So how would you know that what I'm saying is wrong?
If I said anything about crypto, would you take me on my word?
Wait, what?
If
Why are we going to crypto now?
I'm giving you an example. It's an analogy. I'm comparing two different things to see if the logic still applies. If I know nothing about crypto, but I sat you down and I explained it to you, would you listen to anything I had to say?
I'm sorry. Say that one more time.
If I sat down with you and talked to you about what crypto is, and you know I know nothing about it, I've never even involved myself with crypto, would you listen to anything I had to say?
No, of course not.
So that's exactly what I'm saying. You've never had a single conversation with a business owner. You don't know what it takes to be a business owner. I've never been a business owner either, but I wouldn't say what it is.
But you're telling me that they work hard. They work every day. They do this.
I've talked with my business owner, the owner of the place I work right now. I talk with him.
You talk to one person. One person.
I've talked with him.
How much money does he make?
Probably a couple million.
He makes a couple of million.
Yeah.
But you talk to one.
Yes.
And you've been with him day to day.
No.
So what are we talking about here?
Okay, let's say I only talked to one. How many more?
Your experience does not make it the rule. I'm sorry to say.
I'm not here. I'm not here saying. I'm sorry. I'm not here saying that I'm not here saying all the stuff you're saying. But let's just say I did talk to that one. Is that one more or one less than the ones? How many you've talked to?
I'm talking about the reality of things.
My question is, if I've only talked to one owner, is that one more or one less than you've talked to?
Okay, that's one more. But your experience is
so you've talked to zero. How many owners do you like listen to and when they tell you what it takes to be successful? The fact that you think an owner of a business can take off more time than his employees is insane. I'm not saying that to be
You're
rude.
telling me.
It's insane for you to think that an owner of a business, a successful business that makes millions of dollars a year, can take off more time than an employee.
Yeah,
that's insane.
Why? Why is it insane?
You can't say that and then say the owner has to be the hardest worker. You can't say that. Those two things are diametrically opposed.
Okay. I agree with you with that part. But
so nothing else you said makes sense.
To get to where he was at, what did he have to do? He had to work hard to get to the position to get to that
Very hard.
Absolutely. Okay. So therefore, that's pretty much, I think, what I was trying to say. That was the part that I was talking about. He has to work hard to get to the position where he is at. But once he's there, I'm talking about the effect.
He can cruise.
He can
cruise.
He can get that passive income.
The owner can cruise once he becomes owner.
he still has to pay attention to what's going on in his business.
I gotta say, you don't.
It's the hot spot. Tell them what you got. Welcome to the hot spot. Get straight off the top.